Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here and welcome to episode number 2 of my PSG Let's Play in Football Manager 2014. Here I've got transfers both in and out for you and also have a game to play today. But there has been so much action going in and going out. Sold a few players, brought in some quality and some quality youngsters as well. I feel it's going to be a big season. I definitely do want to strive for the Champions League every season, especially seeing as they've never won it, PSG. If you want to go back, watch the first episode, or you can just use your football knowledge anyway, PSG have never really been that good until the recent last couple years of getting in a lot of money. So I really want to go on and push on with that. Like the first episode named Building a Dynasty, that's what this is really. There's like no history. Of course, there is a history of PSG, but not a history of success. That's what I want to build, and yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get through a lot of episodes, because yeah, obviously, yeah, FIFA 15 and FM 15 is not too far away. But yeah, this is a good challenge to do, of course, on the LFC Marshall update as well, with updated teams. So of course, there is Aurier on loan. I'll be looking to get him on a permanent deal, 8 million, as long as he does well for me and shows his potential. And of course, David Luiz from Chelsea. So I still spent heaps as well along with that. But anyway, I'll go through some of the players that went out, at least the relevant ones. Bebek on loan to Olympiacos. He'll be a first-team player for us in the future. He's got star potential, so that shows that. Or at least we'll make a decent amount of profit from him, because he did come through the youth academy. So another season out on loan. We'll see how he develops. He's a stronger, pacier type. He's got preferred moves, shoots with power, and cuts inside, so that is pretty good. He's either natural as a striker or a left winger, so yeah, he's going to be a quality footballer at his peak. That is the positive sign. Maxwell, yeah, all these players, I'm not going to bother going through them in terms of looking at their profiles. You know who they are. I won't waste too much time on them. Maxwell, yeah, to Saint Etienne for 400k was worth it. Was never going to see him being a player for me, never ever. Not good enough aging as well. Good to take off one of those foreign spots as well from being from Brazil. Clement Chantome was the next one, 3.4 million to Lille, a rival team, I guess you can say, of kind of challenging for top 4. But I don't think he's good enough, in my view. We definitely went out and got some bigger and better players. So yeah, it was sad to see him go because he was a loyal player to the team. Yeah, I'll definitely talk about him a little bit. Like, look how long he's been at PSG, so loyal player, but yeah, you have to move on. You have to move on and build to be a world-class team. The best in the world is what I'm striving for. Then a couple others on loan, and then our biggest out was Blaise Matuidi. I did actually talk about him. Like I said, he was one of my favourite players in the team. I thought he was a really good player, but Man City came in with a bid after some negotiating, getting him for 19.5 million, selling him that much. I reckon that was worth it. It was a bit above his value, I think, his transfer value to sell. So I believe that was a good deal, especially with the players I replaced him with. And that's all really. This other guy, I'm not sure. I don't think he's that good. Arundel, no, only 19, doesn't look that good. His report was pretty poor as well. See, he's only got 2-star potential ability, but that's still leading in League One. So yeah, now we will move on to ins. It's a bit of a mix. It's a mix of quality, and even the quality players we signed are fairly young as well. It's always about improving. I love signing younger players who are good enough for the first team, because obviously they can play, and they're only going to get better. So yeah, I'll go through them, a few different reasoning for each transfer. So first up, Moussa Dembele from Fulham for 1.5 or 1.1, sorry. Yeah, 1.1 million. In my head, I was going to talk about how he originally came from PSG, and he went to Fulham a couple years ago, and that's really interesting. He joined in 2012 for them, so that would have been 2 years ago, or at least 1 year ago, because it's 2013 now. I guess, yeah, he would have been 16. Well, he just turned 17, I think, because I signed him when he was 16. Yeah, he recently turned, but anyway, they must have signed him for 15, so that's a big move to the Premier League when just 15, but I guess, yeah, a lot of teams do that, poach youngsters. But I'm surprised PSG let him go. He must not have, he mustn't have had that high potential a couple years ago. That's the only reason I would see why. I don't see why PSG would let him go. But yeah, got him back for a fairly cheap fee. His value is already above that. Of course, Fulham would have made about, what's that, 600k profit or something like that. 800k. it's nothing major anyway. It's nothing for us to be concerned about that we sold him for less and got him back for a bit more. It's not really, especially for a team like PSG with their money. So, yeah, he's going to be a really good striker, but I put him straight in the under-19s. He could be there for a couple of seasons, get some experience. He's strong and he's pacey, and he can finish. 14 finishing for a guy that just turned 17 is pretty good. Really, really exciting about him. He's a really physical striker as well, like I said. He's got the pace and strength and good in the air. Long shots as well, going to be beastly. And next up, a guy who's absolutely beastly in the update, Daley Blind from Ajax. You know, he had a very good World Cup. A lot of teams were interested in him. I think even Man City was interested in him as well in the game, and a couple other teams. So I had to make a good bid, offer him a good contract to make sure he wants to come to my team. But sure, he is quality. He has one downside, though, his pace. He's only got 10 pace and 8 acceleration. So you can see there I'm focusing on his quickness, which covers both those attributes. Agility, you got to focus on that on its own. But he is a quality player. But if you go to his report, he can improve significantly in the future. So imagine LFC Marshall, who made this update, would have given him some high potential to increase even some more, which is, yeah, that's fantastic. But also another advantage to him, he can play in so many positions. He's natural at left back and defensive mid, but also still can play as a centre mid, can play as a defensive mid, can play as a centre back, sorry, said defensive mid already, and right back. He's just an amazing player to have because his quality can grow and he can play in multiple positions. Amazing signing, I believe. That's just fantastic. All of that stuff right there. Next up, I was thinking for my squad a little bit that I did need a winger. You probably think we could have signed someone else, but yeah, with signing Isco, you can see there, I'll talk about that in a minute, but got someone like Lucas Moura can push to a wing position, right wing, instead of attacking mid, but Alvaro Vadillo, he's only got a 2.5-star report, but still he has potential to be a star in the league, so I think, yeah, I don't know why that is. It says he can be a star, but it's only 2.5-star potential ability. I don't know, but still, yeah, he's good. He's a good young player. I signed him last year, actually, as well, with Arsenal. He was a good young player for me, actually, surprisingly. And he seems as really similar rated, like a really similar rated player. Maybe a little bit less pace. I can't really remember correctly, if I'm honest, but I do remember he does have a lot of flair, has determination as well, so that's great. 15 dribbling for 18-year-old, that can improve. Good technique as well. He can be a guy who can come off the bench with a bit of flair and quickness and dribbling ability to make an impact and against lower teams. So yeah, definitely he'll make an impact, and in the future he'll be a star player in the league. Or yeah, see, it's a star, so that is pretty good. But next up, well, I was going to say our key signing, but we've had a couple of these, and there's a big one to come. But yeah, Isco from Real Madrid. I feel as though as James Rodriguez moving there, same position as well. Isco would have been on the outer, even though he is a quality player, would have been, yeah, regarded as a world-class player for them, a starting player, but yeah, 2 players in the same position, and probably 3, guys like Modric and that kind of stuff. Yeah, I would find it was easy to sign him. I did have to pay a lot. It was actually, what does it say there? 38 million. Oh no, that's Pogba for 50 million. I paid 30 million upfront and 20 over 48 months, for people wondering. But yeah, anyway, Isco, 38, I think that was upfront. He's a great player, and he can play wide. Like I said, he could cover in those wing positions that we may not have so many players in. And he's just insane. He's got really good attributes, and he's in the same... Oh, and of course, I've signed a new assistant manager as well, Mauro Tassotti. And I also signed a couple more scouts, because PSG didn't have any amazing scouts. And yeah, not many as well, just as a total. Whatever ones they were bad, well, there's only like 3. But anyway... Isco, he's a beast already. He's a star already in the league. He would be. But see that he can improve significantly. It's just, how good could this guy be? He could be one of the best players. I've actually never managed him, so I'm grateful I can get the chance to bring him into PSG and start this dynasty. He'll be one of the key guys. And Mohamed Diame from West Ham. He is not a guy that I originally thought I would sign, but he was available on a very cheap fee. That was his release clause, 3.5 million. Signing him from West Ham, of course, I guess he would want to move to a bigger team. He started in France, coming through the youth academy of Lens. So he's French, of course, starting there. Where was he born, though? Yeah, he was born in France, but he's from Senegal as well. So he is French. He speaks French. So that's all good. Yeah, he's a very good defensive midfield. Well, he's natural as a centre mid, but I feel as though I will play him in that register. I just, really like his physical attributes. He's really good. He'll be a good player in that position. And our centre mid is a deep lying playmaker, and I don't feel he's that creative. See, creativity only 12, passing only 13. I feel as though he's just going to work hard in defensive midfield, and it's more so the price I signed him as well. There could have been heaps of other players of similar quality than him, but yeah, he's just for rotation purposes and maybe make profit for him in the future once we get better players, I guess. Like really good young players coming through, hopefully. We need a young, amazing young defensive midfielder. That's for sure. Well, yeah, we do have that. We have, what's his name? Yeah, Adrian Rabiot. Well, he's technically naturally as a centre mid, but yeah, he could be that. And hopefully get some more, maybe sign some regens, that kind of stuff. But anyway, that's it on him. And now, the biggest transfer, at least by the transfer fee, Paul Pogba for 50 million, but it was only 30 million up front, and the rest 20 million over 48 months. And I'm not going to say I'm not going to play that much, because I could end up just playing this heaps and uploading it heaps, because I'm sure people want to see this, hopefully anyway. But I know from my time at Manchester United, Paul Pogba is insane. His long shots are insane. With Manchester United, I got his long shots up to 20, and he was just lethal every time. Every time he had that shot, it just went bang. For people that remember, he scored some killer goals and, yeah, created chances with that as well. See, he can be a goal-scoring threat, but also be creative as well. Because right now, as I said already, we play centre mid that's a deep-lying playmaker. And I remember back to my Manchester United career, my Let's Play with Manchester United, when I was playing him in that kind of role, people were saying I was wasting him. And then when I played him as an advanced playmaker, like I have in this tactic as well, he just dominated. He was scoring goals and stuff. So, of course, we signed Isco. When Isco is playing, Pogba obviously has to play a bit more deeper. So, yeah, keep that in mind as well. And he has strength as well. He may not be amazing because we have other players to score the goals, so he can still be a role player. He may not score as many goals in the centre mid position, but he will create for them. And as long as we're scoring goals, I'm happy. We don't need one guy to specifically be dominating. So, yeah, that is it on that. Some big... This is one of my best transfer windows ever that I've had on us, especially from the start. Really good mix of first-team quality, experience, and youth. I'm really happy. Yeah, I'm really happy with that. We have some really good players coming through. And I've basically spent it all. And if you're wondering, I spent more than I had. I actually asked for money. Of course, if you ask PSG, they're going to give it to you. So I'm just trying to think what else I did. Sometimes I forget. I can't really remember. I did increase the youth recruitment. If I go to information, facilities, it's extensive youth recruitment now. And it's actually really hard with PSG. I couldn't improve my junior coaching. I am improving my training facilities and youth. I'll go to that in a second. But it's really hard because well, if I go to confidence, so you can just see it here, you have to sign high-profile players. And I believe I've got that covered anyway. Look at that. It's full already because I signed Isco and Pogba. They see Isco as the main one there, though. And you can see the fans. They like the signing of Dembele. Well below his true value. See, we sold him for less. Well, I say we, I mean PSG in real life. But still, yeah, they still think he's valued more than that, which is really good. But yeah, high-profile signings like Daley Blind, who was a World Cup star, and like they say here, Isco, and of course, with David Luiz, he was already at the club, of course. He joined in this update. Yeah, but Isco and Pogba are just beasts, and then Daley Blind as well. So it's a really good mixture. So we've got that covered already. But anyway, like I was going to say, with that kind of expectation from the board, it's harder because it's not one of those things to focus on. One of the things you're going to be judged on, the youth players coming through. But that's something I like to do. Maybe I'll ask for that in the future. But yeah, they just want you to sign beast players pretty much. And hope. What's the expectations for Champions League? Reach the quarter-final? I reckon that's a cheat. I reckon I can reach the final with this team. And some really good signings. And of course, every season we're going to be expected to win the league, even though there'll be some tricky teams. Teams like Lyon, they're not as good anymore though. But we should be dominating. There's no other team that's really on the same level of us. Like if it was like Lyon as they used to be, that would be a good challenge. Maybe a Lyon or 5 or 6 years ago. versus PSG, how they are now, that would be a really good contest, I reckon. Hey, Sydney Govu's on an amateur contract. I remember he was there as well at that time. If you go history, you can see he's played heaps for Lyon. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Heaps to cover there, and I'll just show you the proof of improving the facilities as well, training facilities and youth facilities, so yeah, it's going to be good. And also we have got, well, Chicago Magic. I'm really surprised if anyone knows why do they have them as a connection, as a feeder club, because they are only a semi-professional team. They're not a team that's in the MLS. What? It doesn't even say they're in, it says United States Soccer Development Academy. I'm not sure why they're there, why they would want a connection with them. I'd rather, yeah, a team in the MLS from America to get the merchandising sales. But anyway, I've done my own one from Japan. Santa, or I'm not sure why I said Santa, San Frecce, sorry. Yeah, San Frecce. We're going to be paying them $2.63 million per season. And yeah, hopefully it'll boost the merchandising sales. So I don't know how strong this American link is going to be, because like I said, usually I get one from Japan my own way. Like I said, searching for the feeder club to be a connection for the major benefit to the merchandising sales. So I'm not really sure that this team would be impacts in terms of earning money in the same way as an MLS team would. I'm not really sure how effective it would be, but leave your thoughts on that as well. If it would be not as good effect or the same effect, because we still have that American connection. But yeah, leave your thoughts on what is the major decision of how much money you get from those connections for the merchandising? Is it about how much fans they have? I'm not sure what else to think. The success of the club, or yeah, the fan, like how many people support the club or something like that. I would imagine supporters, because it's merchandising. So yeah, I would imagine it has to do with the supporters. How many fans, how many season ticket holders, most likely. But yeah, leave your thoughts, as I'm not always 100% correct, of course. But anyway, we've got a first match here. Usually I'll be playing 2 games like normally. But here, of course, I went through the transfers, big transfers at that as well. And yeah, we're just going to do this. What's this? The Trophy Des Champions. I would imagine that's just the general, like every league has, all the top European leagues, when the winner of the league and winner of one of the cups face off. So that's what we will be doing here today against Goonkamp. And sorry if I pronounce any of the French names wrong. I'm not really good with French names. But still, this is the formation I will be going with. We are actually playing with a deep-lying forward, which I'm usually hesitant. I usually just like a poacher or advance forward. But yeah, this I really want to be possession-based. And with the kind of strikers we have, more so Ibrahimovic than Cavani. But Cavani is still okay at that role. But being... if I just go to development for a second, so you can see the key attributes there, because I'm working deep-lying forward in training as well for Ibrahimovic. So you can see here a lot of key attributes that Ibrahimovic has. See, look, balance and strength for physical, and they're both 20. So you can see that, and you just, like, at a quick glimpse, creativity is important as well. Ibrahimovic is probably one of the most creative strikers you're going to find, with 16 creativity, so that goes well with those other attributes that are strong. To be creative, 15 passing as well, so he's one of the better creative strikers. And being that, getting the ball to his feet or whatever, or even on the head, so he's going to have the strength as well to hold players off. So yeah, it's a really good mixture, having that passing ability, but having the strength as well. So that's Ibrahimovic. He's just insane. He's probably going to get assists as well and just heaps of goals. So yeah, excited how we go. It's probably a very rare tactic that I've created where my striker isn't on attack. So it'll be very interesting to see how this goes, and a lot of goals. Well, that was what I was going to say. A lot of goals will be coming from the midfielders, like the inside forwards. So yeah, that's why I said about Pogba before. He may need to be playing as an advanced playmaker. But Isco, he's a very good player, and he places shots as well, might score. And you can see we've got a very good squad. Of course, no injuries right now, so you can see we've got a big squad. You can really check that out. And yeah, I'm really liking this squad right now. If anything, right back needs to be stronger. In the future, I'll probably let Van der Wiel go. Look, he's only 2-star report, but I don't think he's that bad. He looks like one of those average right backs. Definitely not world class, but he's back up right now. And Aurier, again, another player who I felt was decent at the World Cup, even though Ivory Coast didn't go that far. But yeah, definitely like him as a right back. So I will be looking to get him on that 8 million. You can see it's 8 million there, but the problem is right now we only have like 1 million transfer budget. But later in the season, like around January or something, I'm sure I will be able to ask the board for money and they will accept. So yeah, that should be alright in that way. So we'll move on here, and yeah, we'll go straight in. The only bad sign is that my tactic is not really fluid yet. I'm not sure why. I guess I put my training on light here. You can see overall workload is light, but I do a lot of training for my players because I notice a lot of my when it's just on that default. Usually it's default there on medium, but when I do that, I do a lot of personal training for the players. Like every player has individual training basically. So yeah, sometimes some players, like a few players, get mad about that. But I'll take team cohesion off now. Players have had time to gel, so we just go attacking. And yeah, I'll leave it on tactics only because it still needs to be worked on. But yeah, it's all about possession. And like I talked about previously, we have the home one, which is on very fluid, but when playing away, we'd be a bit more rigid, be a bit more responsible in defense, but at the same time, still playing on attacking because we have the quality. We have one of the best squads in the world right now, especially with the signings I made. The team was pretty good before, but now it's even better with my signings, like Pogba, beast, Daily Blind, beast. There's just all these Isco as well. So yeah, I'm really happy. Let's go in. Sometimes I just love talking about my team. So sorry if sometimes it takes long to get into the games. Sometimes I love looking at my players and that kind of stuff. But yeah, that's just one of my personal things I like to do. But here we should be going in against Gwyn Camping. Like this is going to be the situation for most games. We should be going in and expecting to win them. But you can see in the background it's in 3D. I'm going to change that in a second. Look at this. This must be the first time ever my assistant has applied opposition instructions to every player, even the goalkeeper, Mamadou Samassa. He seems like an average goalkeeper. Doesn't look very good at all. Is he their starting goalkeeper? If it is, they must not be very good. Okay, I'm surprised this other guy's not starting. He's not match fit. So he looks younger. He's supposed to be 24. He looks about 16. But anyway, they have some injuries. Even this other goalkeeper they have on loan is also injured. So yeah, this goalkeeper is not that good who's playing Samassa. I guess he's played well in the preseason, so they're giving him more games in that way. But yeah, it's position instructions. Yeah? Yeah. Well, my assistant knows what he's doing. Very in-depth. Look, Tassotti. He's one of the best assistant managers because, yeah, I really feel his opposition instructions that he applies are on point because I've obviously had him with Arsenal and, yeah, he knows what to do. One of the best rated in the game. Yeah, let's do it for the fans. It would be good to get a win right off. And, yeah, here I need to stop because, you know, if I want to be doing a lot of this, uploading quickly and uploading a lot, which is more for you, yeah, I need to be changing this highlights, put on key, and put it on 2D Classic as it'll change here, but the goals are actually goal action, so you can see the offsides. If people were wondering how I see the offsides, yeah, you put on goal action here, because some people didn't know. I noticed that couple comments, but, and I'll put it close. I like doing that one for YouTube, so it's as close as possible. And yeah, I reckon that's good. We'll go in, test the speed and everything, that should be alright. Yeah, seems okay. So it would be great to get off with a win, and like I said, winning a competition. No, I need to put it a bit quicker. Seems a bit slow during highlights. There we go. So having possession early here, really good, but we need to capitalize on the possession and finish the chances. Which this first half would be nice to sneak a late goal. Haven't had too many highlights as well. I just want to see my team passing. Pogba, Isco. Oh, we gave it away. It would be a shocker to concede. Oh, well done, Pogba. Oh, penalty. Not a great way to start. Oh, guess the right way. Not good enough. So, yeah, I'm on attack, aren't I? Very fluid. But as you know, yeah, my tactic is really, really nowhere near. It's nowhere near being fluid. But that shouldn't be an excuse as well. Because we've got quality players. But Pogba, not a great start. You have to be better than that. You have to be much better. But it could be the team is not really as interested. That could be, players may not be up for this game. So I go aggressively, maybe to wake them up or something. because they don't seem alive at the minute. Oh no, an error. Whew. That would have been shocking to go 2-0 down. But yeah, that can happen usually because they're still kind of in the pre-season mode in their heads, I reckon, the players. They seem asleep. Come on. We've got so much talent. Regardless of your tactic, you should be able to win with this kind of difference. Come on, tackle him. What are they doing? David Luiz, well done. That's better defending. That is better. Oh, that is... Whoa. That was close. See, that's what I mean. My players are just asleep. Not much I can do about that. Just making stupid errors. Ibrahimovic off. He's not having a good game. Cavani's going to come on. Move Pogba. Change... Oh, no. No, I'm going to take him off. Bring on Pastore. But he's not great, really, there, is he? No, actually, oh, no. Kabai. Kabai for Pogba. Look at all these instructions I have as well. It's very, yeah, I want to be very specific in how we want to play. That's really a big thing. Who could be a winner here? Pastore is probably the best, yeah? I'll take off Lucas. Can I swap for Lavezzi? Yeah, just change up the roles here. That's what we've got to do. Edinson, Cavani, Kabai. But again, being honest, this is still like another pre-season game. You can't take too much out of it, especially the way how my tactic is fluid right now, or not fluid. What, is that another? Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, can't be judged too much. Because that's just, yeah, players, they're not awake. They're still on holiday, the players. Well, not actually. They're not actually on holiday. That's the way they're playing. They're playing like they're still on holiday. That's what I mean. But yeah, I'm not really too concerned because this is not really a major competition. No one really cares about it, I would imagine. I'd rather win the league. But come on, we can still get something here if we score. Come on. Lavezzi. That's poor. That's poor. We had a chance and you couldn't finish it. And obviously you can tell already we've been having the possession, so that's definitely not the problem. Not a very good start here to this save, but yeah. Of course, yeah, it's not great. We should be winning that. I'm disappointed we can't start off with a win, but you can see 58% possession. We had more shots, but they weren't on targets very often. Wasting chances, especially defensively, we are poor as well. But don't forget, we've made a lot of first-team signings, and look at my current... look at this, it's awkward. It's awkward, and a couple competent. So, yeah, when your tactic familiarity levels is on awkward, that is not a good thing. You can't be expecting too much from that. But anyway, Aurier... Did I get a red card? I don't know, but anyway, let's just bring Gregory Vanderveel. He'll be starting. But yeah, like I said, that is not... I would imagine they wouldn't care about that as well. Where are we? It doesn't even say it here. Oh, no, here it is. It'll say... Yeah, this is what I mean. It says the board do not regard as the trophy des champions as important, and so we'll evaluate your performance based on results in other competitions. So yeah, that's what I mean, how it lacks importance. I'm not using it as an excuse. That's what the board says. So I'm just going with the board and yeah, doing what they say as well. It's not important. So it's more or less to forget about it. I'd rather win the league. I'll think about it in this way. I wouldn't want to win that instead of the league. I'll definitely want to win the league. But yeah, honestly, I have no idea what I'm talking about right now. But yeah, more so I just want to get focused on the league because that is what fans want to win. Not just some Mickey Mouse Cup or something. Like, this is what they want to win. And Champions League. That's even a bigger focus probably because you think it should be an easy job to win the league. But Champions League is what it's all about. It's what the fans want. It's what PSG has never, ever won. So yeah, I'm pumped up for the start of the season. Drop a like and I'll upload it soon if you want to see it. So I'll see you guys next time.